fighting. All right, so we got Sisters of Battle versus mixed Demons list on Dawn of War. Not night fighting, and it's Purge the Aliens, so it's just straight up kill points. Sisters have same list they had last week. 3 Exorcists. Is it 3 Dominions? 3 Dominion squads and Immolators. Hunter Killer, Hunter Killer, Hunter Killer, and then 5 groups of Sisters and tanks. 2 of them are over there, and then St. Celestine is the HQ, and the Battle Sisters have flamers.
Flamers, 1 heavy and 1 regular.
And then on the Demons side, there are 4 Screamers, 2 units of Plague Bearers, 1 unit of Nurglings, 1 unit of Bloodletters, 2 Aegis defense lines, which have to be 3 inches apart, as they are here, since it's double Force Org, 3 Soul Grinders, 1 Skull Cannon, 2 Heralds of Tzeentch, 1 of them standing there, 3 Flamers, a Herald of Slaanesh, who's standing right here, and a Great Unclean One, and 2 Blight Drones. So in reserve are 2 Soul Grinders, Skull Cannon, Great Unclean One, 2 Blight Drones, and a Herald. And Demons did not go first. We're gonna see if we steal. Oh, you can redeploy, right? Alright, since there's a Warlord trait, he can redeploy, so you can redeploy, what's it, 1 unit, 3d6?
Like 1 or multiple units, 1d6. I'm just going to redeploy.
Yep. So the redeployment will be... The Saint. Oh, that's a lot. So 14 inches. Yep. Go for it. Saint redeployed to there, and did the Demons steal? No. So it's on to Sisters movement and such. The Saint comes flying up to there, and we're on to shooting. Nothing happens. This gets shot. It survives. Right. Nothing happens on the charge, and so Demons round 1. All right. So Demons on their movements kind of back away. Flamers move. Everything else is trying to spread out so that they don't get flamed. Screamers come up here. They didn't take dangerous, and that's it. So we're gonna see what happens with Warp Storm. Oh, a 12. So Demon shooting is done. We killed the Saint for now with the Las Cannon. Those guys turbo boost. Those guys glance that group of pink horrors. They glance that Exorcist. And what did Quad Cannon do? Did it do anything? Oh no, it did nothing. Shot and failed. Okay, and so no, the Quad Cannon got that and you saved. Las Cannon. Yeah, you're right. Quad Cannon gunned her down. Yeah.
Is that AP2 then?
Oh, right. It wasn't.
That's what I was saying. I didn't think it was.
So she's still saved then. All right. Nothing happened to the Saint.
She lives.
She lives. Yeah. So Demons haven't accomplished much, and now we're on to Sisters round 2. So, Sisters movement, this is what happens. 2 groups of Dominions come in. I think we videoed this already, but 1 comes in here, 1 comes rolling in there. These girls come jumping out. Those jump out there, and they're the Flamers. 2 groups of Battle Sisters come in Rhinos. 1 group of Sisters stays in this Rhino. The other come out. St. Celestine goes flying forward. She's actually standing right here, but we don't want her to fall over. And no one else moves. Well, yeah. Did you move anything else? Okay. No one else moves? But if you touch those, you have to roll for them. Okay. So, yeah, they're touched.
I didn't touch
those because there's no reason. Okay. So, then on the intercept, the Herald of Slaanesh shoots at Rhino and glances it, and then this Bloodletter on the Quad Cannon shoots at Rhino and wrecks it, but doesn't blow it up. And so a bunch of girls jump out, and we're going to see if are they pinned? No. And we're on to girls shooting. They have 1 faith point. I challenge you then. So for the shooting here, tons of fire go into these screamers, and they just melt back into the warp. But it did take took 2 groups of girls and a tank and Meltas. And then Melta shoots a plague bearer and nothing happens. The Saint here flames a bunch of bloodletters and kills 4, and wounds the Herald of Slaanesh. And then the Exorcists, all 3 of them shoot this one las cannon, which is no longer here, and kill it. And oh yeah, there's a flamer left, thanks to tons of bolter fire and Meltas from that group of Dominions. And then the Saint charges into the Herald of Slaanesh. So the Herald challenges her, and we're on to the combat. The Saint and the Herald, they go pounding on each other. The Saint takes a wound, the Herald takes a wound and dies. And then the Saint consolidates over to this gun, and that's the end of round 2 Sisters. Everything demons have are coming in. So, the demons here, there's a lot of bad luck. Soulgrinder just went by a millimeter off the table and then rolled a 1. So it disappeared into the warp. These are actually blight drones, not plague drones in this game. They come flying on. They're actually facing this way. Soulgrinder got placed by Duke Lacrosse there right in the center of the table because he rolled badly. Great Unclean One lands right there. And at Herald of Zine, she just went back into the warp and is waiting for next turn. Oh yeah, and then there's a skull cannon of Khorne, which deviated to right here, next to the Exorcist. So it's probably going to get shot up if the Exorcist doesn't somehow explode. So on the intercept, this quad cannon gets shot by St. Celestine, taking it out for the next turn, and it immobilizes and wrecks the Harvester cannon on that Soulgrinder there. He's got a lot of bad luck, and so now we're on to alright, movement is done. Immobilized, doesn't move. Moves, doesn't move because he deep struck. He casts Prescience on that guy. These guys come forward, these guys back away, these guys come forward, and blight drones have landed there, and we're going to move on to Warp Storm, which says, yeah, there was a lot of pain there. Tzeentch kills a bunch of Khorne's guys by deviating into them, drops a bomb on the Saint. Doesn't hurt her. And did I kill something of my own? Also, I killed something else. Oh no, Tzeentch hits this guy, but nothing happens. Yeah, so demons are killing themselves on this. There's a lot of bad rolling in this game. So now we're on to actual demons. The uninspiring shooting of the demons. Did this guy shoot? Oh yeah, he tried to kill that Exorcist. It's trying to dive off the table. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, so demon shooting is done, and we really didn't do much. We killed some Dominions, and we glanced some vehicles. It's really terrible. So we're going on to assault on them. They're good. Okay, so Flamer jumps into combat, Plague Bears and Nurglings charge the Saint. This guy dies in Overwatch, and the Flamer ties with the girls. They're locked in combat, 1 wound each. He killed a girl on hammer, and then the Saint here starts beating down on either Nurglings or Plague Bears. And so the Saint here is locked in combat. No one scored any wounds at all. A lot of moving over here. Tons of girls come piling out of vehicles. Is that like 30 girls? 30 girls. This vehicle immobilizes itself, right? Yeah. There's a lot of immobilization. This vehicle immobilizes itself. That vehicle, as it comes in with the Dominions, immobilizes itself. This Exorcist immobilizes itself. This tank just like drives up over the top of the building, apparently. So there was a lot of immobilizing, but it's not going to matter. So 30 girls come piling out. 5 Dominions get out there. That vehicle doesn't move. This one doesn't move. It's still sitting literally there. And girls stay there. This tank now has girls in it. St. Celestine's still locked in combat. Those girls are over there. And we're on to shooting. Tons of shooting. Tons of shooting. Soulgrinder is just obliterated. Did that shot. Great Unclean One took 2 wounds. There's a lot of shooting into him. Skull cannon over here. Unfortunately for me, it got immobilized, so it cannot charge the Exorcist, which sucks for it. And now we're on to assaults, of which I think there's only 2, right? 1, 2. Yeah, unless those girls. It was a bunch of pillow fights. These guys are locked in combat, and the demons lost by 1 because they did 1 wound on a saint. She killed 2 plague bears, but it's just locked. Instability does not take me out, so it's on to demons. Round 3. Got a demon movement is done. Plague bears come forward. These guys are locked. He's coming towards the quad cannon. He likes where he is. The 2 blight drones, not plague drones, are flying to there. Skull cannon's still stuck. And the Great Unclean One comes charging forward, and this guy's been prescienced. And then Warp Storm says... So demon shooting,
10.
It's a little bit of a turnaround for the demons. Because, well, the Skull Cannon doesn't accomplish anything. It's, these guys, however, kill a ton of girls. We don't know if they're running yet. Glance a tank. And then the Great Unclean One also... No, they don't run. Did he force a check on them, too?
Check on who?
The girls that he shot.
Yeah. He killed 3. He killed 4.
4. They're good. All right, so the demons, they kill a bunch of girls, but no one's running. And so that's positive for the demons here. Other than that, wasn't much else done. And the Great Unclean One got a wound back from Life Leech. The Plague Bears here fail a charge and lose a man. And on to the assault. So Unclean One is 1-1. The Flamer's locked still, and then the Saint is going to just like slaughter Plague Bears or Nurglings. Yeah, the Saint here, she does 2 wounds, and then instability, I rolled a double 6. So Plague Bears are gone, and Nurglings have 1 unit that's got a wound left, and 3 healthy guys. And we're on to round 4 for Sisters. There's a lot of movement. All the girls over here that could get in tanks and drive that way, and then do the tank run. Dominions come up behind that flamer there. Doesn't move. These things don't move. These girls hide over here. Dominions get in this immolator here, and then it drives back. Did it move and shoot, or just drove back? Drove back 6. Okay. And then Saint's still locked in combat. We're on to shooting. There was a lot of shooting. Actually, there wasn't, but the cannon, the corn skull cannon thing, it got blown up. And was that it? That was it. That was the entirety of a lot of shooting with exorcists. And now we're on to combat.
Yeah,
so
right.
Nurglings lost another whole base from instability. Yay. All right. And, amazing. The Flamer survived. He actually won the combat, but no one ran. And we're done. Demons round 4. Is that right? 4.
It's your turn, yeah.
All right, so Demon Movement is done, and Warp Storm is a 7, which is nothing. So Great Unclean One's still locked in combat. The 2 Blight drones flew off the board. This guy stays still. Herald of Tzeentch, he's prescienced him and then makes it to the quad cannon. And we are done with Demon's Movement. Nothing for Warp Storm. So Demon shooting will begin. This quad cannon, now manned by him, glances at Rhino, as does the Soul Grinder. And, well, actually penned it. Soul Grinder penned it, right? Yeah, but nothing big. And then no other shooting, so on to assault. All right, we're on to round 5. Is it night fighting? No. And Saint killed another Nurgling, and not much happened. Flamer dies. Great Unclean One wiped his unit that he was in combat with. And we're on to Sisters round 5. So movement for girls are done. Does this girl get in that immolator?
Yeah, it gets in the immolator. I'm sorry, I need to move.
Do those girls get in that other immolator?
These girls get in this immolator.
All right, so girls are in the immolators.
And this one does not immobilize itself and pulls into the building.
All right, so it's over here, hidden.
All right, and make sure it's close enough to hit that guy. But that's all.
We'll assume it is.
All right, shooting.
And then shooting is, wow, hits him, glances him, and he saves.
Shooting over here. One hit. Nope.
And just so we document this, those rhinos, did they run also?
No.
They just 12-inch moved. Okay. With all the shooting, this guy survives. The Tzeentch Herald got shot with a multi-melt and died. And we're done. Oh yeah, that guy gets to shoot. Yeah. Nothing. And so now we're on. Oh, this thing's going to shoot my Soul Grinder.
You already did.
Oh, we already did. Okay, well, we're on to sorry, there's an assault for the demons. Laughable. Yeah. 2 wounds. Oh, he saves!
Not so loud.
All right, can the Nurgling like kill the Saint? Can't even hit the Saint. So demon movement is done. Warp Storm says 5, so Siege doesn't do anything. And now we're on to the assault. He shoots nothing. Those blight drones are going to shoot in the back, and
Demon
that's the only
shooting,
shooting
nothing
happens. These blight drones accomplish nothing. And
So
the Soul Grinder makes the charge onto the Saint, and the Great Unclean One hits that tank, and that's it. He wrecks the tank on his Hammer of Wrath, and then this Soul Grinder charges the Saint, and the Saint's in the fight with the Nurglings, so that's the only other fight we got. So the Soul Grinder squishes the Saint, and we said the game was over, right?
Good game, sir.
All right, so point-wise, though, it's going to be close.
Something else. Relatively.
Flamers.
What about those group of guys over there? Oh, the flamers. I forgot about the
And the Bloodletters. Yeah, so Sisters have 10, right? 10 to 8, so Sisters win.